identifying the safe custody of the FSU, and then to work out a mechanism of reuniting them with their parents. Our government acknowledges and respects the fundamental rights of persons, particularly children. I wish to inform that their rights have been guaranteed and wish to further assure that such rights will continue to be guaranteed while in the safe custody of the FSU, Family Support Unit. As a means of demonstrating such commitment, the ministry contacted and then invited the relative ministries and agencies that deal with children to partner with the FSU so that they could be adequately taken care of as prescribed by law and other conventions and protocols dealing with children. Further to the foregoing, the FSU team has diligently compiled a list containing the personal details of each. As earlier stated, our ultimate objective is the reunification of the children with their families. Therefore, family members should have no fear coming forward to identify their children or wards. Your safety is guaranteed. That is the more reason why we resolved to have the Ministries of Social Welfare and Gender and Children's Affairs to take the lead in contacting and identifying the parents. Let me further inform the media that the doors of the ministry and the SierraLeone Police are always open to clarify issues regarding the children in the safe custody of the FSU. Therefore, take advantage of this opportunity to balance your stories. Without much ado, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite the Ministry of Social Welfare, who are the professionals in handling issues regarding juvenile offenders, to talk us through the rest of the processes and procedures involved in handling issues of juvenile offenders. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs, for green lights of this matter. And rightly mentioned, I'm representing the Ministry of Social Welfare. So this incident came to our attention, and we've gone ahead to work with our partners to ensure the safety and welfare of these children. As you are fully aware, the role of the Ministry of Social Welfare is to safeguard, the welfare of all people in this country, including children. We already have the data of the children. We have 24 children who are currently in custody. 24 children who are already in custody. Age range between 12 and 17. So as the Minister has rightly mentioned, we're working very, very closely to ensure their safety and welfare. So the process is definitely going on. We have collected information regarding their parents and caregivers. We are going to complete thorough assessments of these children to ensure that their ages match with who they are. We have to be very, very sure. You are fully aware of the incident that happened. And then we've also spoken to our partners, including UNICEF, Defense for Children International, Don Bosco, and they were working with their school and remand home to ensure that the children who are supposed to go to the right places do go there. But as the minister has rightly showed you, we have qualified social workers who will be assessing the needs of these children to ensure that they are taken to the right location. 6 spaces, and at the end of the day, we do trace their families and reunify them. Psychosocial support services are also going to be provided, and as I'm speaking, we've already secured some material items like clothing for the children from family movement. So we are currently collaborating with all of our partners to ensure that we comply with the Child Rights Act, which is our local law protecting children, and the Convention on the Rights of the Child, and all international instruments protecting children. So at this stage, that's where we are, where we continue to work with the SierraLeone Police to ensure that these children are released to us. And we have reassurance currently that are going to be released to us in batches to do the needful. Thank you for that. My name is Anthony Kone, Compliance and Partnership Coordinator at Ministry of Social Welfare.
Anthony Kone?
Anthony Kone.
Head of FSU. Yes, okay, thank you very much. Of course, we'll now invite questions from you. Just a few questions because we are more than used to. Please. Yes, your name and then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Dauda Kona, editor of Freedom Post. You mentioned 24 kids in the custody of the, I don't know, children, welfare ministry, but you said that also the parents should actually come and identify their children. But I don't know if that is really a confidence. If the parents show themselves, maybe I don't know. I want to put this into perspective. If the parents show themselves, then you can say this is my child. Then you arrested the parents, or you let's go to child. I want to just put that so that I can balance my things. If there is no fear for the parents to identify themselves.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, Mohammed Bakakama, AYV Television. First, you do mention about 24 children in your custody, but you do not distinct their numbers of male and female. That first. Secondly, has to do with their location because during the protest, we have protests in Freetown and the provinces. Where are these children? They are arrested, to be specific. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you.
Yes. But to be specific.
Or do you want me to respond to that now?
No, just take note, sir.
Yes. As a government, we all know what it means in terms of crime. Is it really that the Ministry of Internal Affairs is not seeing these children as people who committed the August 10 insurgents, or they just want to take another measure in terms of peace building within the states?
Are you done?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought.
My name. It's a sort of clarity that I need. The minister entirely told us that these children, their rights have been protected and they are in the safe custody of FSU and the safe hands of FSU. And the Director of Social Welfare, he entirely told us again that the children are being incarcerated in custody. So I want to know which is which, and that the children, when they will be reunited with their family. So I want that clarity as to whether they are in the hands of FSU and free hands or they are incarcerated. If they are incarcerated, it means some of their rights have been infringed. That is the right to movement. So I want to know when you say everything is okay for the children.
Man on the white cap.
Yeah, I'm allergic to my work for the Guardian newspaper. I'd like to know whether we have any casualties.
Majority what?
Among the relative to the children.
Those in custody?
Yeah.
You mean the juvenile casualty or what?
Juvenile.
General.
I'm talking about the children.
No, we are talking about those in custody, please. Those in custody.
That's what you.
Do you mean the
Children
Let's address these few questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's address these few questions and then
You know,
we have
I think
to-
let them address the
Can we
first set
address
of
these
questions,
two
then after that
questions?
we carry on.
In my statement, somebody talked about the fear of the parents. I said in my statement, the parents should have no fear. The safety is guaranteed. That was my statement. Regards to male and female, number of male and female, the FSU will be able to tell us that. They have committed a crime. being united with your parent doesn't mean that you've been given over to your parent. It means your parent knows where you are, that you're in the safe custody of the FSU. I hope that answers your incarceration and all that. You're in the safe custody of the FSU. As to casualties, we're here to talk about children, juvenile in the custody of the FSU, trying to have them go to the right place of social welfare. We'll be later taking them on. So anyway, I think I've answered most of the questions.
They are arrested.
They're all parts of the country. All parts of the country that we brought in from all parts of the country. All the areas where there was the sphere of violence, where there was violence meeting, the theater of violence. They were caught in the theater of violence, I said in my statement. That means in the time of the act of violence.
Yes, you all know this is a very sensitive matter. In terms of the data, there are 6 girls and 18 boys. 6 girls and 18 boys currently. So, of course, as the minister rightly said, they are still, with the police, and we're working very closely to ensure their safety and welfare. And of course, because of the sensitivity of the matter, we are taking our time within legal requirements to ensure that release are taken to the right location.
Just second set, then we close this one.
Yeah, we'll start.
My name is Haiduya. Mr. Minister, you did say police have arrested a lot of people. Can you please give us the total number of people that have been arrested so far countrywide? No, the minute.
No, that question.
Hold on.
But it's related.
Yeah, you. Yes, my name is Sayomara from Police Inspector. As the minister said, they want to identify the parents or guardian of the children. I'm sure children that are capable of going outside for demonstration, they can identify their parents by asking them to sit with your parents. So I don't know how. They are already mature. I'm sure they are more than 10 years.
Are you done? Are you done?
Done. Yes.
Already.
Mr. Minister, we have said that parents should come forward and identify attributes. At the same time, police have already last planted. Maybe those people who have been that planted, they are family members of the children. Parents have to come to he said he have received the information, or the residents come and they are working with international partners, and you started receiving support. Do you receive any financial support from international partners?
Okay, that is the last one now. There we go.
For timing, you are the last person, please.
Yes, my name is Alhaji Saidu Kamara. I work for the Global Times newspaper. I want to ask this question is directed to Mr. Ansu Kone. Now, we talk that the Ministry of Social Welfare, in collaboration, your collaboration with other development partners, are giving assistance towards these children. I want to know the level of intervention of these development partners, whether in terms of financial support or trying to train them so that they can become good citizens. And secondly, I want to ask the police, when they arrested these 24 children, I want to know the state of their condition, whether they were armed or they were safe. Question. Thank you. Because you told us that the minister told us that these children, they were arrested in various during this course of process, conflict that happened in our country. So I want to know whether if they were shot inside or what not. Tell us about the state of their condition. Thank you.
Bonus. Can you give me just bonus?
No. Let's ask to total number of people arrested, that's something for another day. We're talking about children today, about children that we have in our custody. So that's for another day. We'll come up with that, definitely. Somebody said the children are old enough to identify their parents. We're going all out to make sure the parents, those who have their parents, that's why we're showing them, have their names. We'll contact them, displaying their backs and stuff, and we'll set out their names. And that's for the social welfare have their own ways of doing stuff. We cannot ask the children to identify their parents in this case, because there'll be cases where people say, I'm not Sabia. It will be Peking, not Sabia. Because of that kind of thing, people would like, in fact, the social welfare have their own means of doing it. And so how they do it, they know. And that's what we talk to them to do. With parents who are declared, or people who are declared wanted, I'm sure there will not be all members of the family being declared wanted at a go. And so if people, their parents or guards, will say parents or wards, or guardians. So guardians can come forward, wards and parents can come forward for the children to be reunited. These are children. And having a familiar face, just seeing a familiar face, even visit them, helps a long way into the rehabilitation that you're talking about. And that's something, it's a convention, something that we like to do to show that they're not, so they don't feel on their own, left alone. Psychological part of it is very important for the children to know that their parents or their guardians really know where they are and support them, to give them that support whilst they're in custody. What was it? Whether they had arms or whether they were wounded. As I say, it's an investigation going on. It's an investigation. There's some things you can't divulge. There's things you can't. For now, it's about them uniting their parents and having their parents with them. But if you can see their pictures there with their backs, you can see most of them look very healthy, no bacteria or things like that. They have clean clothes. You can see that they're all clean, dressed, well dressed. So, the police, the FSU are taking, they're in good hands at the moment. They're children, and we respect that as children. The government respects them as children, and they'll be treated like children. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me address the support from our partners. Basically, UNICEF has consented to provide food, and I also mentioned that Family Homes Movement has provided clothing for children. No financial support has been provided. I don't want to face commission on the file, okay? And with respect to where the children are going, we have qualified and professional social workers who will be doing a holistic assessment, and that involves talking to those children about their journey, where they're coming from. They've already provided information of their parents and caregivers, and then in transition in the next couple of hours. We're going to be able to set locations where assessments will be completed.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the press conference. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Later.